In this video, I will show you some of the features of the website dedicated to John Calvin's Institutes of the Christian Religion. On the homepage, you can see the list of the versions that are available on our site and general information about the editions that we use. You can also read a short user guide which contains most of the topics covered in this video. But if you want to immediately work with the text of the Institutes, just click on Get Started. By default, you will see three versions: the original Latin text in the first column, the original French text, and the English translation of Henry Beveridge. We have here the entire table of contents, and you can open any chapter. You can always remove a version from the screen and add another one. Just click on Choose Versions. Here we have the entire list of the versions that we have. At this moment we have 2 original texts and 3 translations: English, Dutch, and German. Later I hope to add other translations, including Afrikaans and other English translations. So we can, for example, deactivate the Latin and the English text and choose the Dutch text instead. So now we have the French version and the Dutch version, and we can easily compare them. If we open a chapter, we'll see red numbers. These are page numbers in the printed book. On our site, for the sake of consistency, page numbers are always placed at the top, regardless of the actual place in the book itself. Thus, if you need to find the page number for a certain citation, you must always look above rather than below. To retrieve the correct page number, you can also use the copy-paste function. Select any text, right-click, and choose Copy Text and Page Number. Now we can paste it in a text editor, and you will see the page number under the copied text. If you click on a page number, you will see a scan of the corresponding page from the book. You can also easily navigate between pages in the printed book simply by clicking on the arrows. And you can close the scans page by pressing Escape. Now a few words about the Latin version. We use the Barth-Niesel edition, which contains a lot of footnotes. There are 2 classes of footnotes in this edition. The first class uses letters and records variations in the texts published in Calvin's lifetime. For example, in the first sentence of the Institutes, you can see such a footnote here. The second class of footnotes uses Arabic numerals and consists mainly of references to sources to which Calvin alludes without identification. You can see examples here or here. All of these footnotes are available on our site, and it works very simple. If you move your mouse over footnotes numbers, you will see the content of the footnote in a pop-up window. Clicking on a footnote number brings you to footnotes at the bottom of the page. Once you are there, you can always return to the main text by clicking on footnotes numbers. Apart from page numbers and footnotes, you can also see vertical lines. They are used for indicating different editions. As you know, during Calvin's lifetime, he published 5 editions of the Institutes in Latin. And there are significant changes between the 5 editions. The final one is almost 5 times as large as the first one. And the apparatus of the Barth-Niesel text indicates in which edition a sentence or a paragraph appeared for the first time. You can see this information when you hover your mouse over vertical lines. All registered users on our site can also use the search function. Click on Search, select the version you would like to search in, and type your word or expression. Let's search the word grace in the English text. So as you see, our search engine looks for matches first in chapter titles and book titles, and then within the chapters. You can also immediately see the contexts of the found words. But if a word appears more than 5 times in a chapter, you will need to open the chapter to see all of the occurrences. You can improve your search query by using special characters or operators. For example, the asterisk serves as the truncation operator. So if we search right with asterisk, we'll get a lot of results, and even the chapter titles contain words like righteousness, rightly, righteous. Another useful character is the quotation mark. A phrase that is enclosed within double quote characters matches only those sentences that contain the phrase literally as it was typed. So if we search union with Christ surrounded by quotation marks, we'll get only those sentences that contain this exact phrase. There are also other characters and operators that allow to increase the accuracy of search results. You can find more information in the user guide on our homepage. In the Latin edition, there is also an additional feature to search all possible forms of a given word. Let's open again the first chapter. And if we select, for example, the word sapientia, then click on Find this word, then we'll see information about this word. So here we see the word that we search. Here we see the nominative singular of this word. And here is the full chart of different forms of this word in different cases, and thus with different endings. In this way, we find all possible forms of the word we search. And then finally, we see search results that are sorted by relevance. So we can see that this word in different forms appears most often in chapter 5 of book 1. In that chapter, the word appears 6 times in genitive or dative or in plural, and 5 times in accusative, and so on. But this is a rather simple example. If we analyze another word, such as summa, we'll see that it can be more complicated. The word summa can be a plural form of the noun summum. It can also be another noun, summa, and it can also be a form of the adjective summus. The search engine cannot determine in which of the 3 forms the word summa is used in that sentence. Therefore, in such cases, we show all possible combinations. So in the first column, you will see search results based on all forms of the word summum. Then in the second column, you will see search results based on all forms of the noun summa, and the same with the third column. We are working on improving our site and hope to add new features and translations. You can find our project at calvin.reformation.nl.